Hey guys, Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com and welcome to another weekly mastermind call exclusively for the interns of Digital Deepak. Today we are going to talk about digital freelancing and we have our guest expert here, Gaurav Gurbakshani. He is one of the top minds when it comes to freelancing. He has a website called digitalmarket.com. It's a platform for freelancers and we are going to kind of keep this conversation open-ended and there's probably plenty of things that you could learn from this conversation. We'll also have a bit of Q&A towards the end. Might not be able to accommodate all the questions and answers, but I will filter out some questions and ask Gaurav that. So Gaurav, welcome to the webinar.
Thank you. It's always been my dream to be at one of your intern webinars, and I feel so comfortable over here because it's just to share, like whatever information that I've gained over the last 15 years as a freelancer. I just want to kind of give back. So thank you, Deepak, for having me here. Thank you for driving so many amazing Indian freelancers and really changing the entire gig economy. I salute you for that.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Gaurav. But we all learn from each other, and I think you are also impacting the ecosystem through whatever work that you are doing. But before we get started, is it like a real brick background or a green screen? Let's ask people, and let's ask what people think. Guys, do you think it's a real background, a real brick background, or a green screen? Let me know in the chat box. All right, I think all our digital marketers here.
All
So
our
some
digital
people are
marketing.
saying it's real, but most people are saying it's green screen. But nice background, Gaurav.
Let's do our usual flip. Now we're
Wow.
back. We're back at
It's now it's absolutely virtual. There is no
in,
other way.
in Hawaii,
Fantastic.
my home office.
Uh, all right. So
It's really
Gaurav,
excited to
let
be
me
here. Yeah.
know. So we have around 450 people here who are interns. What do you think is the opportunity for freelancers in India, and why do you think opportunity is moving away from full-time jobs into freelancing? Let's talk about that, and then we will circle back and talk more about your, experience as well.
Awesome, awesome. Deepak, super question. And the interesting thing is exactly 365 days ago, 1 year ago, if you had asked me the same question, my answer would have been like very different. I would have been convincing you like, boss, everything can happen online. What's there? And now in the last 365 days, in the last 1 year, there's just been such a crazy, forceful shift, right? So that is why my answer of freelancing and where it's heading is today it's common sense. Today it's common knowledge. Before you had the opportunity, should I be a freelancer? Should I get a job? Should I get a job and then become a freelancer? But today you just look at general nature, you just look at the world, you look at any common person, and what they are telling you is that what they're telling you is that you can work from home, you have to work from home. So with that said, like the entire freelancing game has totally increased right now. And I think digital marketing is the pioneer in the freelancing space.
Mm.
In digital marketing, what are we telling people, what are we teaching people is that, dude, it's digital, it works.
Yes.
So we need to practice what we preach. And really, at this point, if you have the digital marketing skill set, it's time to really pioneer the industry.
Mm, mm. Fantastic. So that is definitely true. 2020 has forced us to, go digital and get comfortable with, Zoom and online webinars. And I think a lot of people have now invested in, getting a good system, probably a good internet connection, webcam, all that. So this push, could never have happened, unless we had something which was like a pandemic, which forced people to lock down and stay at their homes. Obviously, there are negative outcomes and aspects. A lot of people have suffered from it. We are still under risk, for all you know. But more than that, I think if you have to see the positive in this entire thing, there has been a push towards digital, just like demonetization gave a push. And rather than just looking at it as an opportunity, I would say that this is more like a wake up call, that people need to realize that you cannot just depend on a full time job again, and you need multiple sources of income. Because if the job is no longer there, then your income suddenly drops, which is a very difficult thing to manage. But if you go ahead and have a freelancing gig where you have multiple clients, multiple sources of income, then that becomes a little bit more easier to manage. So what do you think about that?
I'm sure you guys can see this ridiculous stuff happening over
Yeah.
here, and I think that kind of really answers the question. And the reality is that I think people are two types. One are people who just want that security with a job, and the other is the entrepreneur who wants to take the whole risk.
Yeah.
But today, when you have the flexibility of working from home, even companies have realized that when they're able to just depend on you for certain tasks, they are happy to pay you per task. You're
Mm,
happy to get like more jobs.
mm,
And I think like all of us as freelancers, as wannabe freelancers, the minute we get past that dependency, like initially it's the most toughest part, where you have to figure like I need this money every month to pay my rent, to pay my EMIs, to pay my credit cards. And until you pass that level, that's the toughest, right? Meaning that's when the most pressure is on you.
mm,
But with freelancing, the minute you cross that, if you have an extra client, you get two extra clients, you get three more clients, then your flexibility becomes so much to a point where you're picking your customers, you're telling people that, hey, I'm good at this. So the advantages are really out there.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
advantages like straight out there.
Yeah. So now let's say any person who has not yet had their first freelancing income yet, like most of the people who have got their first freelancing income, then they get on a roll, then they start doing more of it.
Toughest, yeah.
But until you get the first client, what are all the steps that people can follow to go out there and get the client? Because you cannot sit at home and wait for a client to knock your door and give you the project, and that is one of the biggest mindset shifts, going from an employee mindset to a freelancer. In fact, I would say that becoming a freelancer is like a stepping stone to becoming an entrepreneur. Whether you are building like an agency or building a product company, you need to get to a level where you can sell, right?
Absolutely.
So that way, what is the next step people can do to get their first client?
So I think like this is my number one advice to freelancers, even whether people they pay for my courses or whether I meet people. We do so many events all across India, big stages, and people are saying, "How do I get from zero to one? How do I get from not having any customers to getting my first customer?" So my answer to that is you can cheat this process because the whole game is from getting from zero to one. Once you get to one, then like you said, you're on a roll. You can get to 10, you can get to 100.
Mm,
So the easiest way for me to get to zero to one is to genuinely become my own customer.
mm, mm,
Simple. Simple as that. Like, who is your first customer? Your first customer is yourself. And what do I mean by that? I mean that if I'm a digital freelancer today and I want to offer you, say, WordPress websites, I'm going to need to have my own WordPress website. If I don't have a WordPress website and I'm telling you, Deepak, let me build your WordPress website, I'm stupid, right? You're going to ask me, like, show me something. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm learning. That's a failure. That's like the biggest mistake you can make. And this kind of answers the next question, which is a chicken and egg. How do I, customers ask me for other projects that I've done.
mm.
Show yourself, show your own website, show the cool functionality, show the cool theme, show your content, show your own social media, show how you're getting messages. Get that one proof. You don't need to wait for anyone. That's the biggest mistake that you can make, saying that when will I get a customer, when like become your own customer, become your own brand advocate, especially in the digital marketing space.
That is why I recommend people get started with blogging and then go on to freelancing, because once you start building a personal brand where you are setting up your own WordPress blog and stuff, then it becomes much easier to convince a client, because the client is going to have a look at your website and what you have done, and depending on what niche they are serving, they can talk about it. Like for example, if somebody is serving restaurants, then they can go ahead and create a blog, like it could be in the personal name. Then you could write some 5-10 articles, like five restaurant digital marketing case studies, or 10 tips to 10 tips, 10 social media tips for restaurants and things like that. Yeah, that's a great answer. And how do you sell? How do you reach out? How do you talk? I mean, a lot of people are still hesitant when it comes to sales. So what would be your simple answer for that?
Sure, Deepak. I'm just going to take like one step back because you said that I remember you, like I got to know you when it was 100-day learn blogging bootcamp, and this was the first in India. And I was like, dude, I just love what you're doing, is because you're just forcing people to complete the program. You're not posing as some great guru over here, digital marketing this, digital marketing that. You're like, boss, I will teach you how to blog. And this was so many years ago. Now,
Yes.
of course, you've seen the results, you've understood that the game is to really give value, to give a new product, to give value, and to get people to take action. So you take action, you see results. To answer your second question, is how do you make sales, right? How do you make sales? I think that still boils down to the answer of giving value.
Mm,
Now, who
true.
you choose to give value to is your customer. And the easy way, like the easiest way, at least something that I got started with successfully as a freelancer, was simply just listing myself on marketplaces.
Mm, mm.
You know,
So, what are the top marketplaces that people should take it seriously? And can you talk about digitalmarket.com as well, on how it works, and how does a newbie figure out their way around marketplaces?
sure. Like while I'd love to say that, we are competing with Fiverr, we want to be the next Fiverr. My answer still is right now, if you ask me, the hottest platform is Fiverr.
Mm,
You need to create a killer profile on Fiverr, and you will, if you find the right niche, and you know what to offer, what value to get, you can get business as of today. Like we've seen that happen in the past. Someone's gone to Fiverr, they've registered, they've created a good gig. You need
mm,
to understand, you need to have that expertise. But I'm sure a lot of your interns, a lot of people who you've trained, they have this experience, they have this expertise. So create a killer gig. The secret in creating a killer gig, the only way you can stand out today, is by also making a killer video with your gig.
mm.
That's the only way.
Yeah. I
If you
mean,
just
even if people don't have a team, they can still make a video, and as Avi Arya
always,
has taught us all, just get on a video, like make a small video, and send like a video message. That creates like a lot of authenticity and traction.
sure, that's the only way to stand out right now, because Fiverr, we've been talking about it for at least 5, 6, 7 years.
Mm,
Known
mm.
about it. Right now, with the gig economy going crazy, people A need to get jobs, and B is like businesses like us, small and medium businesses. Even you, in a way, have been impacted, right, Deepak? Where you're
Yes,
so used to having a team, you're working maybe not every day whenever you felt like, but you had a team. You used to go to co-working spaces and stuff like that.
yes,
Today, like if you can't afford to pay the salaries, but you need the work done, what do?
true.
You
Just
have
hire freelancers.
hire freelancers, and more like out of dependence or out of sensibility, people are realizing that the work can get done.
Yes,
And when they're seeing the work is getting done faster, when it's getting done cheaper, then they're like, bro, this is a no brainer. Why should I hire like an SEO agency, or why should I hire? See, you need the know-how. You need
true.
the know-how, which is where we all as freelancers come in to fill that gap.
Mm. And do you want us to know more about digital market? Maybe you can share your screen as well and show
Sure.
us how the entire thing works. And
Absolutely.
before I forget, one more thing I wanted to share. Today I was reading a book. called The Right It. And basically, there was this idea about how you can approach a particular uh, market with a product idea without having to create a product. So we all talk about MVP, we all talk about prototypes, but he talks about a concept called pretotype, which is basically trying to test the market if there is really a market. So there was a wonderful example that I read today. IBM, they were developing a speech to text engine. So you can just talk on the mic and then it would type it out. So now you have Google Docs and everything, but this was like almost 20 years back when they were thinking about the idea. And instead of spending maybe millions and millions of dollars in R&D and trying to get that working in a natural way, they first wanted to find out if professionals will actually talk into the computer to type, because obviously there are a lot of practical difficulties there. Like for example, there is a privacy concern. Sometimes people just want to type. It's not like people don't know typing, and today we have a lot of technology, but you still see people typing, right? They don't actually voice it out like whatever they want to type. And you can't sit in an office and keep talking because it will disturb others and everything. So they developed something like a computer, and they created like a box, and they demoed it to different people, and they said that this is a technology we have developed, here you can demo it. And people just talked into it, but there was an actual typist in the background typing it out, just to see whether people are excited about it, whether people would like it. They did not develop the product at all. They faked as if they had a product. And obviously, they did not lie. Eventually, they said that this is a real person who actually typed it. But then people laughed it out. So, what I would say that when people are like trying to test the market, even before people have the expertise to deliver certain types of projects, people can definitely create a list of work that they can do, list it out on their website, reach out to clients, say that, hey, I will develop a WordPress blog for you. Hey, I will do SEO for you. Hey, I will do this for you. If there is traction, and if people say, yes, I want it, you can always say no, right? You can say that, no, I've been like too busy. Right now, I cannot take any projects, but I will let you know within a week or two or within a few months. And then this basically helps people to test out the market needs even without having the product. And then if there is a good traction for a particular service in a particular market, then people can build a team around it. It's just like that example, the joke that we read about, where there was this guy who said, my son-in-law is the son of the World Bank, CEO. And then he says, he tells similar thing to Bill Gates, that my whatever it is, I don't remember exactly,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you get the idea, right? Maybe I will look into it. Funny that I don't remember the exact thing,
So
but
it was
Dropbox also did the same
it
thing.
was
Dropbox
yeah,
said that, yeah,
Dhirubhai Ambani and Bill Gates'
yes,
daughter.
yes. Dropbox also did the same thing. Even before developing the product, they created a video which demonstrated how the product will work, and they saw how the traction was. So I think that is something that freelancers should definitely do. And I would like to ask in the chat box, what do you guys think about this strategy? It's called pretotyping, or you can think about faking a service, and trying to see the traction just to get the confidence, because when you are initially starting out, you might not be confident whether clients will really pay you money for the service that you are planning to provide or not. So just reach out to people, and then you will eventually go ahead and be able to get that traction. So yeah, over to you, Gaurav.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm seeing in the comments and people are talking about the lean startup book and stuff
Yes.
like that. So, but I love it. This is the first time I'm hearing prototype, and what you're saying is bang on. Along those lines, when you're mentioning that, say, if you're going after like one niche and you say it's a dentist or you say it's a real estate, and I go back to the point saying that 0 to 1 is the toughest, 1 to 10 is easy. When you have a little bit of cash flow, like what we still do till today is we will go to Wikipedia and we'll see which celebrity's birthday it is today, Indian celebrity. We'll go to GoDaddy, we'll register a domain name, we'll put up a theme for them, and we'll tweet out to them saying, hey, uh, XYZ, we've got like top showbar day, we've got like top great Bollywood celebrities, and we just find their name, put a killer theme, put killer pictures, tweet it out to them and saying, hey, we are great fans and all that, happy birthday. And they would
Okay.
reply back and saying like, wow, like no one's ever done something like this for us. And we like
Mhm.
take the website, but then after that they're getting listed on Wikipedia. They are telling their friends, who built your website? Oh, this guy Gaurav built my website, give me his number. And suddenly we're getting calls from like Bollywood celebrities and this and that, like that. That strategy still works. It's still
Mhm.
people's birthdays, and people are not gifting people websites and stuff like that. If you don't want to go that extreme, if you don't want to go that far, but say you're going after a dentist niche or a lawyer niche or a real estate niche, you've got websites like Theme Forest where there are killer sexy themes available for every niche. You just have to show that to your customer saying that I can build a website like this for you. They don't know theme, they don't know WordPress, they don't know
Yes.
hosting, they don't know domain, they don't know anything,
Yes.
right? So
They will
by
they will think that a WordPress theme is something that this person has designed and coded with HTML from scratch, but it takes like 5 minutes to set up a WordPress blog.
absolutely, absolutely, and it's not even a secret, right? Meaning, because your interns have invested in learning, few people have taken action and actually going and building a website and actually going and setting up hosting. So to it's not, we should never undervalue like our knowledge and skills as digital marketers,
True.
even if it becomes easy. Even if it's a 5-minute job, you've taken about 10 years to learn that.
Done that. Yes, exactly. I mean, today we are like doing a webinar with 500 people. This is something we do it day in and day out, but it takes 10 years to, just send out one email and have 500 people live attending. And a lot of people have made already a lot of progress, right? I mean, even to join this internship program, they had to sit through a 2 hour webinar where almost, half, 20 minutes to half an hour of it, where I'm talking about myself, right? So those are the hurdles that people have crossed, and then people have gone through video by video, did assignments, got cashbacks. I mean, this 3 months is so valuable that most of the busy professionals who need digital marketing have absolutely no time to do any of that. Even a simple keyword research, even doing like a Google auto suggest search and trying to find out what are the keywords in demand is something most of the people wouldn't know.
Absolutely. So
Mm.
should I jump into digitalmarket.com, Deepa?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. And I think you should be able to share the screen. If not, let me give you the permission. Yes, you're able.
Awesome. So I was just checking out learntoday.com. So I'm
So
waiting to
as of now, we just have a home page, but eventually we will have a platform like
amazing,
Udemy,
amazing.
and we plan to make Learn Today as a single login for all the consumers, where people will be able to log in, and people will be able to not just do my course, but people can select other courses as well. And
Awesome.
other creators can create courses, and people will be able to earn cashbacks across all the courses that they do, and they will be able to withdraw the money, and they can probably buy more courses with the balance they have, and then eventually also include like a discussion group inside. And one of the things that we are planning to do inside Learn Today, the project is called Mentor Today, but we don't have Mentor Today .com. We don't need to necessarily create like a separate website for it. But the idea with Mentor Today is that people who have already completed the internship program, who have the knowledge to mentor other people, can offer mentorship services. So the idea is that they go into the forum and they answer other people, and other people can book a call with the mentor. So the mentor will earn for every call that they do. So apart from assignment cashbacks, there are like tons of other opportunities to make money. And yeah, so on the affiliate programs, right, they can refer the courses to other people and make money as an affiliate as well. So that is a long term plan. Right now it's just a landing page,
Awesome. I
but
love the I
eventually
love
we
the
will have the
entire
platform.
ecosystem. I love the ecosystem where you
Yes,
come, you learn, and then you get to mentor.
yes,
More like the corporate world is more like a team leader where you're leading a team. So you're just going from not knowing digital marketing to full-fledged amazing.
yes, yes. And eventually people can grow in their career. And in the long term, I don't know where this will go, but if it goes according to plan, we might even be able to create a system where people will be able to raise money for the projects they want to start. And we will have like a backend where investors can invest money, and then there will be equity. Like the sky is the limit.
Sky's the limit.
So it's like earn today with learn today. That's
Crazy.
probably going to be the tagline.
Wow. Wow.
Hmm.
Super, Deepak. You are
Thank you.
definitely an inspiration. So I'm just
And
going to jump.
and you are as well. I want to see digitalmarket.com in its current avatar, and let's see what you have. You are already far ahead in having created like a platform. I'm still doing training. So let's have a look at digital market and what people can do with
Sure,
digital
guys. So,
market.
like, my entire inspiration has been to make the internet an equal opportunity. And what I mean by equal opportunity is whether you're in India or whether you're in the US or UK, Australia, wherever you are, it's about having the right skill set. So we want to build an equal opportunity where people who've learned digital marketing, whether it's from Deepak or whether it's from somebody in the US, you've got that skill set, you can come and work over here. So we are like an invite only platform where the idea is, so it's a social marketplace. You've got websites like Fiverr, you've got websites like Upwork and stuff like that, where we wanted to really shine is where you can, let me just log in, where you can build your credibility and you can build your experience. So it's very similar to Facebook, where you have a profile over here. And on your profile, you can constantly keep updating new kind of jobs that you're doing, any kind of tidbits that you have, any kind of inspiration. So it starts with allowing you to create your own blog. And I'm excited to share the blogs with you because half the blogs are about Digital Deepak. So everyone comes and writes reviews about Digital Deepak, about the internship program, and it's awesome. Like most of our students are already they're interns with Deepak, and it's very easy to work with them because they already have the knowledge. We are not kind of retraining them at all. So, where we want to be is purely a marketplace where you can come and list your jobs. Like for example, I'll help you say build a LinkedIn generation strategy. I'll help you with active campaign, and we're getting a good amount of traffic right now where we have freelancers and we've got people who are actually looking for these services. So all you need to do is we want to keep it very intuitive, very simple, exactly like Facebook, where you can come create a gig. We are looking at it not as jobs, we are looking at it as gigs, where someone will come and offer you like a very specific service. Like I'll help you with email sequence for uh, cold outbound leads. This is exactly what I'll do. And then
Hmm.
you can come, you can contact them, you can chat with them.
Oh,
Think,
wow. So you can immediately chat with them, just like Facebook Messenger.
yeah,
I
it's
already love this platform so much. Guys, what do you think about the platform? Let me know in the chat box. In fact, I will just switch on all panelists and attendees, and you can go ahead and let me know in the chat box. What do you think? It's just kick ass. I mean, the way the entire platform has been built. Who developed this, Gaurav?
So we've got a team. We've everything is we don't have any employees, and
Okay.
that is like one promise that that's one of our values where we don't have any employees. So we hire people, and it's become this entire crowdsourced kind of agency.
Hmm.
Someone's got a PHP skills, someone's got SEO skills, someone's got PPC skills, and what like my word, like where I want to really show you guys something that I feel very happy about is the workspace. You can just come and create a workspace for yourself and say, this is Gaurav Gurbaksani, my outsourcing tasks. Because I love project management systems, but I find them complicated. I can just use them for some time. So we wanted to create a workspace very similar to a group that
Hmm.
every day you can just come
Hmm.
and list down like, okay, today I need to post on Facebook,
Hmm.
and then you talk to someone else, and then you have, okay, this is my WordPress theme that I have to use,
Hmm.
and you go do your research, you go to theme forest, you put that in, You list down all your things that as they keep coming to your mind, and
Mm.
then you can invite your team.
Okay.
So now your team comes in over here and say I'm the WordPress person. They'll come and be like installed,
Mm.
and I'll be like, okay, go and I'll like it like this.
Mm. Mm.
Now, if I need to chat with someone, I'll just go over here to Sanjit, and we're having this real time conversation.
Mm. Mm.
So you can really work
So
with groups.
clients, team members, whoever it is, you can just chat with them instantly, and people just need to be logged in into this to have a
You just
conversation.
we want like I don't know whether it's a good thing or not. Actually, it's a good thing. In the last 3 months, our website never went down.
Mm.
Then we were upgrading our RAM, and they told us that it's going to be 90 minutes. So we said, "Okay, 90 minutes, like we can wait." Do Deepak, in those 90 minutes, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't talk to like my team. I couldn't talk to my clients. I couldn't send emails. I couldn't do anything. So yeah, I'm like happy where we currently are.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good ecosystem that if you are dependent on it, then people come back to it more. As I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat, how to get an invite and how to become part of this community.
So this has been invite only today, till today. That's
Mm.
till we are in beta, and
Mm.
we are always going to be invite only. However, did not want to miss this chance. So for right now, between 9 and 10, I've disabled the invite
Okay.
only. It's only for DD interns, and then we're going to close it back to being registered only.
Fine, fine, fine. Great. So guys, go to digitalmarket.com and get your account before he closes open invitations again. And it's so nice, the domain name. It's like digital marketing, digital market, and it is a market. So one of the best names out there. Yeah.
Thank you, Deepak.
Yeah. Back to the platform.
Awesome.
What else are the cool features that people should be knowing about? And can you show that, like how do people earn? They just post a job and they get a job in the ecosystem.
Yeah, so it's really simple. You come, you create a gig. I can show you how to do that like right now. I think Deepak, you're going to hang my website as always.
So sorry. I think a lot of people are like now opening.
But it's good.
Technology slowed down.
We got some awesome servers, so it should
Mm.
be good. So you just come to the marketplace once you're approved, and go to the market, create a new gig.
Mm. So who came up with the idea that this is how it should be? This is how it should be, like Facebook, gigs, wallet, and everything. Tell
Oh
me
man.
that it's you.
It's been me, but you can imagine like my team
Team.
used to get very frustrated. They would get very frustrated because I am addicted to WordPress, and I think like you can get everything done in WordPress. All the plugins are there, all the themes are there, everything's happening over there. So
Mm.
we went through 9 iterations through
Okay.
content management systems, through LMS and all that stuff. And then we started having challenges, websites getting hacked and uh, more customizations. So
Mm.
we decided to invest in getting a PHP developer.
Mm.
And I said, like, what do I want for myself? Like, what do I want? Something simple, something that I can really quickly do.
Mm.
So we said, let's build an ecosystem.
Mm.
Let's keep it friendly. Let's keep it similar to Facebook, where there are customers and there are freelancers.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then we went like one level further, saying that how can we help freelancers? Like my passion is helping freelancers. Every morning, 7 a.m., we are training freelancers. And a genuine problem was that on the internet, things cost a lot, right? Things cost a lot. If you want to do funnels, you have to buy things like click funnels. You want to do emails, you have to buy things like MailChimp or Active Campaign. So we said, how can we just like do something completely awesome? So we
Mm.
said, we'll build a network,
Mm.
we'll build a marketplace,
Mm.
but what if we also give freelancers some killer tools?
Got it.
Can
Mm.
I show you some cool tools that we have?
Go ahead.
So, like, this is something that we are super excited about is allowing like our freelancers. We're not telling customers about this, but for freelancers, you can now come. once you're like signed up. Yeah, I think we've never got so much traffic. So thank you, Deepak. So what we want to do is like let our freelancers who've got digital marketing expertise come and even build their own funnels for themselves.
Okay.
And they can even create it for their own customers. So like right now, say on onlinebusiness.org, this is our company website. We've created this funnel. So this funnel was built using our own software.
Mm.
So we said we don't need they don't need to pay for click funnels. They don't need to pay for
So it's not necessarily that people have to come into the digital market ecosystem to, get projects done by freelancers. Freelancers can advertise their services outside of the ecosystem as well. But do clients get into the ecosystem once they need to hire these freelancers?
do you
I
want to know
think,
this do you
yeah.
want to know the scary statistic?
Yes.
So if you go to like Google Trends and if you say search for freelancing, you'll see that the number one country is Pakistan, the number two country is Bangladesh, the
Okay.
number three country is US, four is Canada, UK. Do you know where India is? It's
Mm.
in number 13.
Okay. So
Nepal
there is
is
a
in
long way
front.
to go.
Nepal is in front of us. Sri Lanka is in front of us.
Okay. Mm.
So
Mm.
it was a little kick in the face saying that, dude, look at our population, look at our abilities to learn and to speak and all that stuff. Why are we not jumping on?
Mm.
So I think you are doing your bit in making India there,
Mm.
but please do more and train a
Yes,
hundred more thousand
that's the
students.
idea. In fact, out of all the interns, freelancing seems to be the biggest opportunity that people are like going after. We had like almost 50% of the interns keep freelancing as the focus on starting to get results.
It's tried and tested. It's hard work, and you need to keep like putting yourself out there. And I think Indians like actually one of my business partners in the US, he told me he's like Gaurav, like let me just tell you this for your own benefit.
Mm.
I hope you don't get offended. I hope you don't get insulted. I'm
Mm.
doing this because I care about you. He's like, I truly believe Indians are the smartest minds out there. However, there is this little bit of an inferiority complex, thinking that I'm not good enough, which
Mm.
is why we are not putting ourselves out there more.
Yeah.
So, and that's just a mindset thing, that's just like a mindset thing. And if we can get over that, and it doesn't happen overnight, but by being confident in your training, by being good at your job, can really take it to the next level.
Yep. Fantastic. So, guys, if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat box. If there is anything relevant, we can ask Gigi about it. And I hope you like digitalmarket.com. The speed might be slow right now because we just have too many people trying to visit digitalmarket.com at the same time. But definitely go ahead and check it out a little bit later. And Gaurav, tell us what are the top skills when it comes to freelancing, top skills in demand.
So, top skills in demand in this order, I would say today, if you've got video editing capabilities, you are golden. Like, if you can edit videos today, you're golden because video is king of content without a shadow of a doubt.
Hmm.
So if you can help people make good Instagram videos, if you can help people make YouTube videos, edit videos, and it's very simple to find these people, right? Even though Deepak, you're like a mega influencer, you're putting out so much content. At the same time, like I feel there must be some level you're thinking like I can put out more. Now I'm going to not focus on Instagram, or now I'm not going to focus on Instagram because there are too many things, right? And you can't spread yourself too thin.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
what if someone came and told you, like, boss, you don't have to do anything.
Hmm.
I'm going to take today's video, I'm going to edit it, I'm going to upload it, I'm going to put the hashtags, and it's going to rank for you in YouTube. You're going to say, like, okay, do it.
Yeah. Like, why would it? Like, why would people say no to
I
edit
would,
something like that?
yeah, why would people say no? Because they understand the value of that. So video is huge, and there's so many influencers, there's so many coaches, there's so many businesses. And as digital marketers, we are so used to seeing this software and that software, biteable and all that stuff. But that's our little own bubble, right?
Mm,
It's a very small bubble. You
mm,
take one video and you show it to a business owner just with their logo on it. They're going to be like, wow, thank you for doing this for me. Can you do something more?
true, true.
So video is
So
great.
video editing,
Video editing is
number
great.
one skill. What would you like say the top five skills are?
So video editing, right now, I'm seeing people doing extremely well.
Mm,
Something that I think was extremely hot, but which is always be evergreen
mm.
is WordPress, right?
Yes,
Uh,
WordPress
be,
skills. Mm,
being able to do like good WordPress websites, good themes, understanding the plugins, understanding membership sites, understanding e-commerce sites,
mm.
affiliate websites. You become a master of WordPress, you will always be in demand.
In fact, learntoday.com was designed by one of our team members who is an expert in WordPress. And I just told him that these are all the elements I want, and he built the entire responsive website himself using Elementor. I heard that Elementor is very good. Though I have learned how to install WordPress on the basic level, I have not gone deep into it now that I have other things to take care of. But I think even for a person like me, that is very much in demand. Like even at my skill level, where if I spend enough time, I can edit my WordPress site, I still choose to get someone else to do it for me. And if it is not someone in house who can do it for me, I will obviously hire a freelancer.
Absolutely.
Mm,
So video, WordPress, number three, which I feel has got a huge international appeal,
mm,
is being a virtual assistant. And this is where I think Indians can really shine, is because generally Indians, I feel they can do everything. If you don't just call yourself an SEO expert, you
mm,
can do PPC, you can do analytics, you can do email. You might not be a master in all, but you've understood digital marketing. So that skill set is also very in demand, is where you're helping international entrepreneurs with their day-to-day digital marketing.
mm,
Like today, Prakash, can you set up a funnel for me? Sure, I can set up a funnel for you. And you go and set it up. That doesn't mean that Prakash is going to be the most amazing copywriter,
mm.
but he can set up a click funnels. He can integrate email. He can integrate graphics, logo here and there. Uh,
Pretty much all the skills that people learn in the internship program, like
absolutely.
Zapier, email marketing, lead
Absolutely.
generation,
Very in
landing
demand.
pages. Mm,
You learn just something like Zapier or Pabbly.
mm,
It's very complicated. Like you said, the basics of it. Like you can do anything,
mm,
but if you give me Zapier and you say do active campaign, इसमें segment करके put it in this and then put it in that thing, I'll just be like, dude, like let me find someone else. So if you're able to do these tasks and you become a Zapier expert, and if someone googles if someone goes to Fiverr and they search for Zapier, and if you are the number one gig over there, I promise you, you will be a millionaire.
mm, mm,
You will be a millionaire if you're able to get a top ranking
mm,
job or top ranking gig on Fiverr.
mm.
So the idea is to go very niche.
Got it. Mm, mm,
If you become a Google My Business expert,
mm,
right? If you're a Google My Business expert, businesses in the US, their entire business depends on the local pack, right?
mm,
The top three.
mm,
People are searching for plumbers, people are searching for key makers. So you're either on Google or you're not.
mm, mm.
So if you can optimize for Google, build the citations, get reviews, tell them to upload images, tell them to uh, build backlinks. It's a $1 million business. That's all we did. That's all we did
Yes,
when we started.
absolutely. I mean, like you can set up a team, you can set up processes, and you can just scale with like having more and more clients and do the same thing over and over again. One of the mistakes that a lot of freelancers do is that they try to do everything, and they think that I will lose out on opportunities if I say that I will only do this. But The only way to outshine here is to become an expert in one thing than trying to become an expert in everything. But obviously you need to be a little bit careful on what is it that you are becoming an expert on, so that tomorrow it doesn't get like outdated. But it can be like email marketing, or let's say drip marketing. It's never going to die, except people cannot become an expert just in active campaign, because tomorrow active campaign might be there or not. So don't be a jack of all trades. Be a master of one, but yeah, be a T-shaped marketer as well.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Fantastic. So, guys, any other questions on the chat box? Let me know. Do we need a GST number to become a freelancer on Fiverr or digital market? I don't think so.
So I think right now the latest is that up to 40 lakhs is you don't need to have GST, but don't hold me against that. Talk to
So
your
I
own.
think for export of services there is no GST anyway. As far as I know, obviously, please consult your CA. But as far as I know, if you are exporting services, and even if you are exporting services of $100,000 a year, then you don't need to pay GST, because GST is a tax that is for the consumers, and when the consumers are not in India, they are not paying the tax.
Yeah. You need one LUC letter as well.
Hmm?
You need a LUC letter as
LUC,
well.
okay, letter of undertaking. If you
Yeah.
are
Then you can get as much
Hmm.
Fiverr income or Google AdSense or anything else.
Got it. So Abhishek is so enthusiastic. He's copy pasting the questions like 1,000 times. Abhishek, please calm down. But how to navigate digitalmarket.com, you will figure it out. I think it's very intuitive as far as we have seen. Probably we will ask Gaurav to do one more webinar for us where he can demo us each and every feature inside it and
Absolutely.
show us how do you post a project, how do you make money, maybe get some top users of digital market and let them share their experience as well.
Yeah, I'd love that. We this is like one story I'd like to share about this guy Harry. Harry is one of our top earners. Uh,
Mm,
4 to 5 months ago, no, it was longer than 4 to 5 months ago, but whatever. 1 year ago, we met before this Corona scene,
mm,
and he had come to my office,
mm.
and he came, and like he was like sweating a lot, and he came, he's like, I just came to say hi, to meet you. I was like, hey, nice to meet you, how's it going? And he was a very nice guy, very charming guy. He spoke to me, and later he told me that to meet me he took a bus, and then he walked 14 kilometers, and this was summer, in the sun to come and meet me. And I
Okay.
was like, oh my god, like please, like sit down, have
Don't
some
make me feel
water,
guilty.
have some water, like how's it going, and like spoke to him and stuff like that. And I was like, why did like I booked him an Ola on the
Mm,
way back. I got him an Ola. It's like you go back in this and stuff like that. Later, I got to know him. He started doing work with us. He started doing his video editing and stuff like that. I asked him like, dude, why did you like walk and stuff like that? And he's like, to be frank, I didn't have any cash.
mm.
I was like, wow. Uh, Thanks for sharing. Appreciate you. I'm glad that I met you and stuff like that. Last month, this guy's made 2.25 lakhs.
Wow, fantastic, man.
2.25
Great.
lakhs doing
Okay.
video editing. So,
Mm.
and that's like, that was amazing for me. That was like super phenomenal.
Guys, just say wow in the chat box if you think that going from 0 to 2.25 lakhs, it just takes determination, a lot of focus, a lot of hard work, but the opportunity is definitely out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm. Fantastic. So, any other questions, guys, before we wind up the webinar? Almost 1 hour since we started. Probably we'll run it for another 5-10 minutes. And Gaurav, if you have anything in mind, definitely share it with us.
Awesome. Yeah. So, like, you guys have got the knowledge. Now it's just a question of really positioning yourself. And there are a few things kind of made a checklist of things that you need. Like, initially, we spoke about having a video. And what I've seen is people will work extremely hard. They're willing to do the hard work. They have the information, but you ask them 1 month later, where's your video? Say, we don't have it.
Mm,
So I'm saying, dude, why are you breaking your head when I'm telling you that you need a video to sell? So there's a logical way of doing stuff, having like good proposals, having little social proof, having this, that's when you start seeing the wheels turning.
Yes.
So you
True.
need to have these things like in place, and then you'll feel like, okay, things are moving. So don't give up. Don't
Mm.
give up is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's make India proud. Let's get to the number one or number two position for at least digital marketing freelancing
Mm.
in the world.
Fantastic. So, Gaurav, people would definitely want to know more about freelancing. And guys, Gaurav also has a course on freelancing. So, when can we do our next webinar?
I
Wednesday, Feb 3rd, would it work? Can you just check your calendar?
Deepak, whenever you say, I am always
All
able.
right. So
Time zone.
I think today is Thursday. So maybe next Thursday, Feb 4th, we could do it. And what I wanted to do was that I wanted to schedule a webinar right away and share the registration link for the webinar. So next Thursday, 4 p.m. Sorry, next February 4th, 9 p.m. Same time next week, and I'm going to share the link in the chat box. So, guys, if you are interested in attending the webinar and probably learn more about Gaurav's course on freelancing as well, you can go ahead and register. I have just shared the link in the chat box. I will also be sending you an email, and we will see you in the next webinar. And I will see you on the emails and on the YouTube channel and wherever it is.
Awesome, Deepak. I've just shared my info as well.
Fantastic. So
So yeah,
guys, follow Gigi on his Instagram, on his YouTube channel, and basically sign up at digitalmarket.com. So Gaurav, this is like the elite
awesome.
audience that we have.
Thank you so
Uh,
much, Deepak. Thank you, lovely interns. Look forward to sharing more information, and let's together make India awesome.
Fantastic. So guys, say thank you to Gigi, and Gigi, thanks a lot for doing today's webinar. And I will end the webinar now. So thanks a lot and lots to learn from you. And guys, do you want Gigi again on the
Let's do it.
webinar with us where we can learn more? Yes, and definitely get some of the top guys on the platform, and we would want to learn from their experience on how they ended up. Like for example, you said 2.25 lakhs last month. Like how exactly he did it, how was the journey, mental mindset, everything. We
For
really
sure.
want to go deep there.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Fantastic. So good night, guys, and good night, Gaurav. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Deepak.